Hey guys, how y'all doing today? Today we're going to make some French onion chicken, and it's going to be mighty fine, I tell you. We're going to start off with these 2 yellow onions, and I'm just going to get them sliced up. I just sliced them up in nice strips like that, and you could use any kind of onion you want. I just used yellow onion in this one. I'm going to be using my cast iron skillet today. This is a 10-inch cast iron skillet, and I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons of butter. Also going to add in about a tablespoon of oil or 2. And I'm just going to heat this up over about medium-low heat. Once that is pretty much melted, I'm going to go ahead and add in my sliced onions. And I'm going to add a pinch of salt in there. And a little bit of black pepper. And I'm just going to give it a stir, get it mixed in that butter and oil real good. And we're just going to let this cook on medium-low to low heat very, very slowly until the onions caramelize. Okay, so I have 4 chicken breasts here, and you could use, more or less chicken breasts depending on what you want. And I'm going to season each side with a little bit of salt and black pepper, a little bit of onion powder, and a little bit of garlic powder. And I'm going to flip them over and do the same thing on the other side. So I got both sides seasoned, and I wanted to mention you could take and pound these out a little bit if you wanted to make them a little more even. I just didn't feel like doing that because I'm kind of lazy sometimes. So while the onions are cooking, I'm going to put these in the fridge and just let them kind of hang out because it's going to take the onions a while. After about 15 minutes, this is what our onions are looking like so far. I've just been stirring them every few minutes, and they've been cooking over medium-low heat. The onions have been cooking about 30 minutes or so on medium-low heat the whole time. And I'm going to call these done, so I'm going to go ahead and pull these from the pan. Go ahead and add in 2 tablespoons of butter and about a tablespoon or 2 of oil. And now we're going to go ahead and add in our chickens. We're just going to let them cook over medium-low heat until they get nice and brown. We'll flip them in probably about 5 minutes. They've been cooking about 5 minutes over medium-low. Look at that, nice brown color. So we're going to go ahead and flip them. Move that bigger one to the middle there. We're going to let them cook for about another 5 minutes. Another 5 minutes has went by, and I'm going to do another flip and let it go for another 5 minutes over medium-low again. I know I done said that, but I like to cook it low and kind of slow on chicken because I find that if you cook it slow like this, it turns out more tender and juicy, I think. Another 5 minutes, another flip. Oh yeah. Now it's looking nice. Looking mighty fine, I tell you. Been almost another 5 minutes, and this right here is what I'm looking for. Around 140 to 150 to pull them because it's going to finish cooking in the sauce. And if your chicken is a little bit not as thick as mine, it's probably not going to cook as long. But you're looking for a temperature of about 150 or so. And we're going to pull them. Because remember, your chicken, it's not done at 150, but it's going to finish cooking in the sauce. Bunch of flavor in that bottom of that pan. We're going to go ahead and add in now our caramelized onions back into the pan. And we're just going to move these around, just let them cook for a few minutes, and they'll start to pick that stuff up and deglaze the bottom of the pan. So just let them cook for about 2 minutes or so. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and add in a tablespoon of flour. I don't think I was recording whenever I first put it in there, but then we're going to give that a stir. Let that flour cook in there real good. I think I'm going to go ahead and add in just about a half of a tablespoon more flour. That's looking good. Stir that in there. After that's cooked for a couple minutes with the flour, this right here is 2 cups of beef broth. We're going to go ahead and add in a little bit of it, about a half a cup of it, and give it a stir. Let that sort of thicken up a little bit. Now I'm just going to go ahead and dump the whole 2 cups in there. Mix it up. And then we're just going to bring that to a nice simmer, and it should thicken up a little bit. We don't want it too thick. Waiting on that to come up to a simmer, we're going to go ahead and add in a little bit more garlic powder. maybe about a teaspoon or so. And more onion powder. And mix her up. I ain't gonna add in no more salt because we already have plenty of salt in there. You could add more black pepper if you wanted to. You could even add in some thyme or rosemary or some kind of herb if you want it. Been simmering like that for about 2 or 3 minutes, and I've just been keeping a stir on it. And that's what you want right there. Now I'm going to turn the heat off because we're done simmering it. And I'm going to add the chickens back in, the chicken breastises. Get them all in there. In there, let's just spoon some of this stuff over top of the breast. Get some of them onions on that breast like that right there. Oh man, this is looking and smelling mighty fine, I tell y'all. And we ain't done yet. Now I have my oven preheated at 375 degrees. I'm going to pop this into the oven for about 10 minutes until my chicken reaches an internal temperature of around 160 to 165 degrees. It's been in the oven for about 10 minutes and I pulled it out, and right there's what our chicken's at, 163.8 degrees. I'd say that's pretty perfect. I've set my broiler on high, and we're going to add in some provolone cheese and also some Swiss cheese. And if you don't like those cheeses, you could use a different cheese. Just use whatever kind of cheese you like. Now in each one I'm going to take a slice of provolone and a slice of Swiss on each one. You want to make sure you scoop some of them onions and gravy on top of that chicken before you do that too. Now it's going into the broiler until the cheese gets a nice color on it. And there it is after a few minutes in the broiler. I'd say that's looking mighty fine. Now let's plate that up. Now I'm going to put this on a bed of mashed potatoes. But I'm going to get me some of this gravy right here. And I'm going to spoon it down over the mashed potatoes first. And then I'm going to lay that chicken right over top of that. Here it is, y'all, the finished plate. Had to put me some vegetables on the side there. And let's try it out. Can't wait for this. Man, sure is. Smells so good, so mighty fine. Look at that. Chicken is nice and tender. Get us a piece here. Got us a piece here with a nice piece of cheese, a little bit of mashed taters, and some onions. Get a bite. Now that right there really is mighty fine. That right there is a dang good meal, I tell you. That is definitely one of my favorites. And also, you could you don't have to serve it over mashed taters. You could serve it over rice, whatever you want. You could also take you a nice piece of French bread or something, toast that up, and just put that whole dang piece of chicken on that bread. Make you a sandwich with it. It's probably what I'll do tomorrow with the leftovers if I have any. Just don't forget to like, comment, and share the videos so we can grow and get bigger. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Cheers.